The official trailer for Quan Chi on the base roster and Chameleon for the cameo landed last night. I think the benefit of these individual character trailers is that we get more of an inside look over exactly what some of these moves are going to be. And the cause of today's video is to go step by step through the recent trailer and uncover as much of the moveset as I possibly can. They showed off a lot in this trailer, so hopefully you enjoy today's video. The first thing we see in this trailer is what looks like a low starting normal. Now, this leads into what looks like an extended combo string, and this is extended even further by the first Chameleon attack. The Melina mode has a ambush, where you can move uncontested, and she comes in the air to extend it further. Quan Chi will do 2 hits of an air string here and end it in the sky drop. This move has come back from many different Mortal Kombat games. However, to my knowledge, we do not see the enhanced version of this in the trailer. We only have the basic version, and it looks like a combo ender. Now, the next thing we see is a combo string that, on first glance, appears like another low, but Quan Chi sticks his leg through a portal, and it makes the leg appear higher. Now, this is either going to be a mid or a possible disgusting overhead. After the 2-hit knockdown, we see the first move from the Jade mode, and it's the return of the projectile immune glow. This is another ambush attack, and it does appear to make you completely immune to all projectiles, as you would expect from Jade's famous glow attack. Quan Chi will perform a full-screen individual normal. Now, this is reminiscent of Warlock's forward 3 from Mortal Kombat X. After this, it's comboed into Jade's Glaive Toss, which returns back for a combo extension, and worth mentioning that the Glaive Toss is a summon. This looks like it can give you almost a Serena double knife-like combo, where the return means you can extend and get more damage. At least, that's what it seems like to me. After the glaive returns, Quan Chi charges what looks like it could be a single normal, but it could also be a special for all we know. On hit, this will pop up for a combo, and after the pop-up, a single attack which sends out a skeleton is performed. This could be a mid, and it combos into a tentacle grab, something new to this game with Quan. They really like to bring in these almost like Netherrealm beasts, I suppose, but the regular version of this appears to be a simple combo ender, but I think we see the extended version of this later on. After this, we see a 2-hit combo string. Now, the first hit of this could be a fast mid or a high. It is kind of hard to tell, but afterwards, Melina's ball roll comes in for a launch. This is a summon attack, and it shares a similar animation to Mortal Kombat X Melina. I think this almost retro approach to previous games for Chameleon's moves can be almost a clear direction of where they want this cameo to be. Chameleon has always been a celebration of the ninjas, so here it looks like a continuation of that, almost. After the launcher, we see a 2-hit air string that causes a ground bounce. Now, I feel like this is going to be something we see quite often, maybe in corner combos, maybe mid-screen. But after the ground bounce, a single hit launcher is performed. This does look like a regular attack and not a special move, although I could be wrong. However, this appears to be jump cancelled, as the jump afterwards is instant. And this could be quite interesting because jump cancel moves are few and far between in MK1. And to finish the combo, a simple 2-hit ender, and we finish it with the return of Straight Skull. Now after this, we see Katana's Fan Toss. This is a simple summon attack for Chameleon, it seems like. And after this, the Air Skull is performed, functioning similar to Mortal Kombat X, where if you perform the Air Skull, it essentially goes diagonally downwards. This was a pretty decent special move in MKX because of the angle that it covered, and I see no reason it can't be just as effective here. We see the first throw with Chameleon. This one is in Jade mode. I say first because we see more than one throw of Chameleon, however it is unclear if the damage or the utility is slightly different. Now, the Shang Tsung section of this trailer is where things get kind of wild, and I definitely had to repeat this section a fair few times to see what was going on. The first thing we see is the fast, possible mid-starting string return, but it reveals a third hit that can be special cancelled. And this time, it's cancelled into the EX version of the tentacle. This one pops them up for a combo, and we see the 2-hit ground bounce air string again, and another extender of the skeleton string for a long knockdown. And I think I know why they showed that off. So this is where things get strange. After the long knockdown of that 2-hit skeleton string, we see Quan Chi summon a skeletal cage for the cost of meter. This has a little bit of startup attached to it, but it traps the opponent in place. Now it's unclear if they can jump out of this, but it definitely restricts their movement. After this though, this is where it gets wild. Quan Chi opens a portal to the Netherrealm, and he gains improved skull projectiles. It again is unclear if he has to be standing right next to it to gain those benefits. However, the straight skull will now fire 3 separate ones together. This could lead to armor break, this could chew up certain projectile immune attacks like a rain orb, for example. But all we saw really was the skull. We do not know if other special moves are enhanced by the portal behind him. What we do see, though, is the enhanced version of the skull. In this mode, it will power through all of the other projectiles coming your way, and on hit, will open a portal underneath the opponent and it sends them right above you for a combo extension. The exact same on-hit animation can be seen from the EX version of Air Skull in this mode, which once again sends them through a portal where a simple down 2 ends the combo. The second Chameleon throw is revealed. This one is in the form of Katana. It confirms more than one grab animation, but like I said, we're not sure yet if the damage is different or maybe the situation, and we do not even know if Melina has one. I'm going to assume there are 3 throws here for the 3 different modes. The final sequence is where we see a new combo string, once again using the tentacle. This combos into some kind of close skull attack that launches them. It could be an overhead due to its animation, but it does appear slightly slower than the lows that we've seen, so I'm going to imagine there might be some kind of reactionary block in place if you're defending this character. But early days, I could be totally wrong about that. We'll see. But the next Chameleon attack we see is, for me, the most interesting of the Katana morph. This one is the ambush move for Katana, and it gives you a super jump, which Quan Chi uses to combo off the launcher that we just saw. This is the first time in the entire game we have seen a super jump exist, and that, historically, has been a bit of a meta shift, but I guess we have to wait and see how overall useful the Chameleon cameo is, because if the cameo's not that great competitively, the super jump might not mean as much. We see the ground bounce air string one more time and a simple fatal blow combo ender to conclude the trailer. And that is going to be all the gameplay that we've seen so far, but I definitely think we've had enough to make a initial first impression. Where do we think this is going to go? And I think I have a little bit to say about Quan and Chameleon, because I've been looking forward to both of them, to be honest. My opinion on Quan Chi at the moment's kind of positive. Those that know me know that I played a ton of Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat X, and one of the reasons I loved that character is because he was bizarre. He was extremely strange to play and defend against, and that level of something that only he was really providing me was something that I like to play a lot, and it seems like that is almost pushed to the limit in Mortal Kombat 1, because the strange factor of his gameplay is even more extreme than it was. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be on the level of something like a Summoner Quan. However, being able to enhance your special moves thanks to that Netherrealm portal, being able to have an element of zoning, unusual looking buttons and combo strings where you're really not sure where they're going to come from, this element of range control, possible mix-up up close, this could all lead into a rather scary character at a high level. The one thing we didn't see in the trailer was a reversal, so we don't know what his defensive gameplay is going to be like yet. However, if he's all out on the setups, the offense, and the strange situations, maybe he will have a weak defensive game. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I'm pretty excited to find out what this character's all about. I'm not gonna lie. Now, on the side of Chameleon, I'm happy to see her back. She is one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. However, I'm not sure about how her morphs are going to work, going from the different modes, right? Jade, Katana, Melina. Historically, Chameleon hasn't been a great character because the unpredictability of when she's going to morph actually held her back in a big way. We didn't see in this trailer exactly how a player will cycle between the 3 different modes, although the moves on paper could be quite strong. We have 3 different ambushes: the Jade Glow, the Katana Super Jump, the Melina almost square wave, but not. And on the side of summons, we have combo extensions, we have projectiles. We have a lot to work with here, especially with combo extensions. The question is, how is the morph mechanic going to work? Is the player going to be in control of when Chameleon swaps between forms? Is it X amount of moves being used is going to be the ruling? Or is it going to be like Tremor where you can simply select them as you go? I have no idea how this is going to work, but at the end of the day, the more control a player has over what moves they can perform, the better a cameo is going to be. If Chameleon is unpredictable with the morphs, she's going to be overall less useful. Unless a base character just so happens to be able to use every move as and when the morph change happens, that is a bit more unlikely. Control is always more favored with these kind of characters, and if Chameleon is unpredictable, she's going to be a bit harder to play and a bit harder to rely on competitively. This is just the first trailer though, so I'm sure we'll find out more, and I hope you enjoyed today's deep dive analysis. Feel free to stick around for more Mortal Kombat content to come, both old and new. And recently, I was able to get Elder God rank in the latest season using exclusively Sub-Zero, Darius, and Tremor. So, if you want to check that out, I'll be making that video live this week, documenting a bit of that journey for those wanting to look at more unusual character pairings. And outside of that, stay tuned because there's plenty more content where that came from. Thank you so much, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.